Skyrat, I suppose the Centaur is there. Like, the lane is super damn strong.
Please have fun, says Yamson. I think they did have fun last game, Mr. Yamson. I'm not sure if he's talking to his own team or the other.
As long as you have fun, that's all that matters in the end.
You know what's fun, Lizard? Winning.
Winning is
Winning
fun?
is fun. Now
It
I can
is.
build my home in peace. Yo, Fade, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Fade.
He probably won't, right?
No.
Is this some Centaur Meteor Hammer, by the way?
Oh, don't say that, Lizard.
No, I'm asking. Honest question. Is it? What do you think?
I mean, it's kind of okay, right? Because it's a nice way of burning through the refraction charges.
It is, and you get some pushing.
Yeah, against the Beastmaster. It's kind of nice as well. You know what, Lizard? Maybe you've talked me into it. Maybe it is a Meteor Hammer game for this this Centaur.
A convert. Another one. One of us. One of us.
Yeah, I'll never do it. Never. Phil, maybe a fight at the top lane, perhaps. They know that Lilith is in the Roshan pit somewhere. Moo's going to show himself on the Beastmaster. But no real setup. They'll just take the bounty rune for themselves. Albino Zebra going to run right into Lilith as well on the Rubik, so a bit of harassment to be dealt the way of the Rubik on their way out as Hidden Immune. Hits one raise. Can he hit the second? I don't think he can in time, but maybe he could get a two raise combo here because he does have the short and the long one available now. No, looks like they're not going to bother. Instead, they'll use it on Muse. So Hidden Immune trying to be very aggressive here with this Undying, and this is exactly what they did last game around, right? They just did not allow the offlane to have a game during the laning stage.
I mean, that's what Undying does the best, so something similar happening in this game.
As we have a pause, another similar thing, a few lag issues here
Some
for the side.
CAG issues, yeah.
Hey, let's not bring up the CAG incident. That was well, that was a game. That was a great game.
It was a good game.
It
Good
was.
game. The way it all started.
Talk to me about the mid lane. Gunner and Kits. The Ember versus Tusk matchup. Fear said that apparently Ember gets picked into Tusk as a counter. What do you think about that point?
I mean, it's a decent matchup for the Ember Spirit. At the same time, until level 6, you can't really get out of the shards. So if there's some rotation, you can get stuck. Like, you can't be caught in the lane. Like, usually I like anything that can get off of the across the shards, right? Like, just get on the other side. So if, let's say, a Mirana is rotating or Rubik, like, you'll be safe even if the shards are catching you.
Okay.
Yeah. But on the other side, who do you have to gank with? Like, you literally have the Skyrat. Like, he's the only one that can rotate, and Dying isn't really that relevant.
Speaking of that Skyrath, he's going to be with Fade down at the bot lane against Husky and Yamsa.
Do you like, by the way, you said you were surprised when I called Skyrat perhaps not too serious of a hero. Do you like it?
I'm surprised that you and I have so much in common, Lizard.
Oh, man.
Because I also hate this hero.
I like you already. Stop it.
Well, how do you think this bottom lane goes? Between Yanson and Husky against Salt. In fact, hold that thought, because Fade. That's a little hoof stomp there from the Centaur. Do you feel like Felt can come out on top at this bot lane, or should Nouns have a decent time?
I mean, whenever I see Skyrat and Scent, I expect these two to be kind of winning the lane at least, right?
Yeah.
They are the two heroes that are basically lane dominators. There's like Sky, there's Undying, these kind of heroes. You always expect them to do well in the lane. But versus TA it might be hard once the refractions are up. Skyrat is... his damage is kind of telegraphed, so it's easy to refract it off.
Yeah. That's kind of the issue I saw as well. Like, you've really got to wait out the refraction charges before you can do anything. Hope that it's just on cooldown, as they are going to go for a concussive shot. Get rid of the charges, but that's going to be about it. They've still got a creep wave to farm up here down at the bot lane, so don't want to miss out on that early CS if you can avoid it. We'll see if they can find a kill later on. Like, it's just very hard against the TA, and even the Mirana can always just kind of leap away. Chances are you aren't going to be able to lock her down.
So far, pretty even across the lanes.
It certainly is. No kills popping out quite yet. Top lane, it seems like Moo at the very least is having a much better time than he did on the old Enigma. So far, 11-0. compared to the 9-0 of Hidden Immune. And Albino hasn't been able to do quite as much in terms of shutting him down, as bottom lane Husky was taking a lot of damage on this Mirana. And no, he's got stick charges, but the chase is on.
And the Fairy Fire as well, so
He's okay.
he'll be fine. Even without the Fairy, I feel like he lives there.
To go back to my point, at the very least, this Beastmaster's having a much better time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like he was struggling in the previous games. Like both the offlaners were, right? Like the Enigma and the Lycan were struggling in the laning stage itself. Then later on, they kind of had a ton of impact, both of them.
Absolutely. Mid lane's been a very even affair. Gunner 20-2, Kits 19-1 as top lane. Hidden Immune, bit of a chase happening, but doesn't amount to too much. This bottom lane still very aggressive here from Feld as they continue to just run through the charges of Yamson, and now with a nice little hoof stomp, get some damage out. The problem always is against Skyrath, like, you just accumulate so many stick charges.
Yeah, the 2 heal up. If he doesn't burst you down.
It just, yeah, it seems like it means nothing.
Usually you just need to save your spells, burst people down instantly in one go. If that's the case, that they have magic wands and stuff. But if you're doing that, then you're not really pressuring them. It's difficult to play this lane for the Skyrad this early on. But he's pressuring them, so that's nice.
This is what I always like. I feel bad for Skyrath players because like they're popping mangoes, they're popping clarities, they're trying their absolute hardest to get any kind of harassment out, and it's like, thank you for the 20 magic stick charges. I'll just pop this now. Thanks for the free HP and mana. Always very nice. And Soldier, I mean, it's just a little bit demoralizing during the laning stage. But at the very least, he is buying Fade a lot of space, right? Like, Fade's freely farming on this set.
And that last game, he was completely dominating with the Mirana. This time around, he's still... it looks like he's doing fine with the Sky.
Well, Tombstone dropped top lane. Albino.
But they're diving the tier 2s.
They did this again last time around as well, just creep skipping behind the tier 1 tower.
Well, they are not going to get punished, right? Tusk is still only level 5. It's very unlikely that he'll TP top.
It's the beauty of it as well, because the dire creep wave coming in now just goes towards the tier 1 tower, and Moo's forced to make some awkward movements to try and secure some creeps.
Yeah, but if Tusk just TPs, like... Okay, Husky actually TPs instead.
Yeah, it looks like they might have Albino in their hands now. As Albino, he has a decay in 1, but is it going to do enough?
It's a triple 1, but it still won't be enough.
No. First blood to go the way of Moo.
Yeah.
These creep shenanigans, well, in the end, they're just going to give more gold back the way of Nouns. It's now Kids. Mid lane, trying to get a little bit aggressive here against Gunner. Gunner is going to be okay.
I think the real problem is maybe bottom. But, so they switch up the lanes because Mirana TP top. Now they TP Lelis down bottom. Protect the TA.
Jump in, Yamson. Still fine to fight back. In fact, Lelis setting up here onto Fade. Fade dropping very fast. Does pop his own stick charges, but it's not enough. I mean, the rotation does pay off here from Lelis.
Yeah, it was a debate, right? Like, because of Mirana TPing top, they know that he can't come back into the lane. They didn't see Rubik. They misjudged the opportunity to go on TA, and they get punished by Lelis. Very well played by them on the side of Nouns.
Yeah, much cleaner gameplay so far, I think, here from this Radiant team. Solji, bit of a rotation here into the mid lane. Maybe trying to set up on Gunner, but even the Tusk has a decent enough time duking out these skills, right? Like, you could just pop your snowball.
And he's too big, right?
Yeah.
Like 1100 HP together with the chainmail. You're probably not taking him down.
He'll be all right. Top lane, maybe a bit more pressure to be applied here onto Hidden Immune as they continue throwing these axes out onto the SF. Just gonna stick by that tier 1 tower just in case. Solji, I mean, he's rotating across. Like, he'll stack a camp in the dire triangle, but I'm kind of sitting here like, what's he meant to do here? Because it just feels like every lane he goes into doesn't mean anything for his team.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Like, everyone just wants to kind of chill and farm at the moment. I feel that you need the Ember with the Skyrat, and then you can make plays. Like, these two, they're the combo.
Right now, it's just get level 6. Just don't die. Soak some XP, you'll be alright.
Well, he is rotating top. Maybe we'll try to go on mood.
could try, but Moo's got a creep wave behind the tier 1 tower now. He's going to be just fine. In fact, rotation's coming up. Kids going to ramp back the other way, but Snowball is going to connect, and oh, the arrow. Oopsie daisies. Kits still running, still dropping, is going to remnant away. Husky cannot secure. One more hit would have done it, but not quite. He can't get there in time. Meanwhile, Albino, the tombstone is dropped. He's going to go for a bit of a chase onto Lelis. Shards, though, going to block the way here from Gunner. So another kill to go the way of Nouns, as Felt are yet to pick up their first.
Yeah, they give away a tombstone. They set up for Moo to continue farming in the jungle. Like, this was perfect for him. Gets an extra kill with the arcane boots and continues farming the ancient stacks. They did mess up the arrow, at least. That's something that should be a silver lining for Felt.
Yeah.
Like, the arrow and the lift combo wasn't really there. They lifted the Ember back, and then the arrow was just off mark.
It's unfortunate. Only allowed to happen once in a game. I think the second time it happens, people get very upset.
Yeah, well, of course. Every time someone is messing up your hit shots, right?
Yeah.
Skill shots, that is.
Top tier 1 tower now under siege here from Nouns. Of course, against the Beastmaster, it's not going to be too hard, though, mind you. He only has level 1 Call of the Wild. But he will have his Helm of the Dom soon. That's
Which will not be eaten by anyone.
That is a good... You say that. Here's the thing, right? We were memeing about that so much. But then he still won the game.
So that's the way then, right? Like, you need to have someone.
Don't get smart with me, Mr. Lizard. Don't you dare.
You need to make your hero, like, pretty useless in order to win.
Top lane. Roar is out. Arrow's going to connect. That should be an easy one here onto Albino, and it will be. And that tier 1 tower is still copying quite a bit of damage here from this creep wave. Maybe not enough to take it down, but certainly setting up for it. Once again, Felt a yet to answer.
Yeah, nice little roar there by the Beastmaster into a tier 1 tower. Can they dive bottom? That's my question. Because they'll take this tier 1 very fast. Will they now rotate bottom and defend it together with the TA?
Surely they can, right? Fade? It's going to move away. Yamson's doing quite a bit of damage, even onto the Centaur with a Vanguard up. Oh, wait a minute, may have been bait. Hoofstop is there, but no, they don't really have the follow-up. There's no 6 on the Skyrat.
Ember is coming, though.
He is. Yamson needs some help. His team is just not rotating. He'll go for a TP play out. He'll just clap in front of them, and they can't do anything about it.
Did he miss the chains, like earlier?
I think he may have.
He did, right? Yeah.
If he didn't, I don't know where they went.
I think he missed.
They are on cooldown.
Yeah. Perfect for Yamson. TPs straight into the triangle. Yeah, you lose the tier 1 tower, but who cares? You didn't die.
That's all that matters. You already got the enemy tier 1 anyway. It's now mid tier 1, under siege here by Nouns. Felt setting up for a defense, but you don't even have level 6 on Solji. Like, this hero just can't do anything without it. Mystic Flare is so important with this combo.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what the plan is with the Skyrat. Does he have a tome flying in, maybe?
No. Who took the tomb? One of these damn cores just take the tome, and now they're like, why aren't you level 6?
Yeah, when your cores take the tome, man, it's the... You know, it's like, first, you took my tome, so I'm useless now. Second, how bad is your game exactly that you needed the tome? Now I not only feel bad about myself, I feel bad about the whole team.
Who knows who took it, though? It could have been Albino Zebra, to be fair. He is level 6 right now. Don't know why he would have taken it as the Undying, but, you know.
Yeah.
Gunner, chains out. Concussive shot will land. They've got the silence, but again, without the Mystic Flare, do they have the damage? A nice arrow from Husky. It's going to ensure that they cannot continue the follow-up. And now the roar out onto the Skywrath. So poor old Solji is going to go down. And Nouns, I think they could probably look to set up again onto this tier 1 mid.
All of these kills, all of them are missed because Skyrat doesn't have 6.
Quite literally.
Yeah, if he has 6, Mystic Flare finishes off every single one of these heroes that they attempted to go for.
This is rough. This is very, very rough for the old Skyrath mage. Now a smoke out from Nouns. They want to keep the aggression up. They might just find the one big target that Felt has left. Hidden Mune, top of the net worth board right now, would really enjoy not dying. Arrow will give it a little bit of vision. They know he's running towards the north. Shards a little bit off the mark, still chasing, looking for some lockdown. Lelis has the
there's
lift.
no way.
Holy hell, Hidden Mune. He actually jukes them out.
There is no way they actually don't get that one.
I couldn't believe it. I was just waiting for a lift.
I think the thing that tricked them was the movement speed from Mask of Madness activated. Like he was moving a little bit too fast and they were projecting where he'll be. And it was a little bit down south, right? Not towards the tower. But damn. Okay, breaking some ankles at Immune.
Absolutely. Hide and seek champion is the SF. Felt. Now they've smoked up top, but nice back here from the side of Nouns. Again, the saving grace for Feld at the moment is the fact that this SF is still top of the net worth board, though Yamsun is starting to catch up quite quickly, and you'd have to make the argument that TA is certainly going to be online a lot faster than, say, the SF. I mean, it is still a TA after all.
Of course, the whole lineup will be, right? Like you will have the TA and the Beast. Once that Dazzle is up, I think you just go rush. Obviously, you'd rather have a pick-off first, but Roshan opens up if you get that pick-off very easily. Is there something big that's being built by Felt? Like, I'm trying to figure out what exactly, and I don't see anything.
Husky has a haste rune. Moonlight Shadow popped, giving a lot of information to his team. Solji around, where's the detection? They've only got sentries. Meanwhile, mid lane.
Double stun.
Double stun is there, but there's no follow-up. There's just nothing. Like the Centaur Skyrath has just...
They weren't together, right? Like it was the Undying that was nearby.
Right.
They definitely do need the Skyrat or the Ember to get any of these kills.
That's the thing. Like you're 15 minutes in, it's 5-0. I guess Felt can continue. Like as long as Hiddemune's farming, maybe you're just like, it's okay.
Yeah, you're still only 1k behind, right? And that's mostly due to the Centaur being a little bit behind. Your other cores are actually doing fine.
Okay. Well, they have managed to hold on to the tier 1 mid as well, which isn't necessarily enabling Nouns to rotate across the map like they'd like to. Bottom. Hidemune going to run into Husky, but it is a Mirana. He should just be able to leap away. Though Hidemune's having a look around, see if he actually has committed those leaps. Husky does a good job of juking out for now, so Hidemune, back to the creep wave for him.
Maybe there's a Tusk and Rubik.
There is. Punch is there. Albino going to pop the ulti. Nice little Requiem out as well from Hidemune. And that's going to be enough.
Saves the day.
Certainly does.
Saves the Undying, that is, yeah. Instant second smoke coming from the Tusk and the Rubik. I love that they found this Blink Dagger on Tusk, and they instantly go hunting heroes.
They really want this mid tier 1. Moo's going to get back to work with the balls. Now maxed out Call of the Wild. And this time Fade is not going to be around in time to defend the tier 1. They could even set up onto the Centaur. Walrus Punch is there. Stampede has been popped. Arrow not going to connect, but they have the Requiem. It's still not enough. They weren't willing to pop the Roar. So Fade gets away scot-free.
It's about top.
Meanwhile, top lane, they have found the TA, the Mystic Flare finally being put to use, but it's still not doing enough. Yamsun finally goes down. Husky will join, though, with Gunner. They should at least have Soldier's life. There's all Gunner. That is very cheeky, Gunner.
They get both, actually.
He was running right towards Solji and just changes his mind and goes right back towards the Emperor. Meanwhile, Dire Jungle. Moo trying to fight. Does roar up Albino. He'll take down one. Does he actually get out of this?
Actually, it looks like he will. Has a TP to use.
Oh,
and
he's
out.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
1v3. Easy game. Roars the Undying, kills him off, and then TP's out. What a Chad, man. Giga Chad right there.
Absolutely. I think Kits will be very upset about that death as well. It's gonna just running straight towards Solji and then just blinks the other way. It's not something he was expecting, that's for sure.
Yep. But that fight on top lane, by the way, where they killed the TA, just demonstrates how important it was for Sky to get 6. Once you have the Mystic Flare, suddenly it looks like everyone is a kill. Everyone is killable. But the problem is, the further the game goes, the harder it is for you to accomplish that, to get these solo pickoffs, not only because heroes are just getting tankier, it's because of the BKBs as well.
Yeah. High ground wards placed here now. They'd love to fight around this Fade. He's going to try and jump in. Mystic Flare pop, but a nice 4-staff away. Going to ensure there's no real damage coming in as Hidden Immune now. Going to get punched by Gunnar. Gunnar will be fine to walk away. In the meantime, Albino Zebra did go down as they are going to make the chase on to Kids, who does run it back the other way. He'll be okay for now, but Nouns, they are still picking them off one by one. What an arrow from Husky! He found Hidden Immune on the SF. And now the stolen Requiem from Lela's gonna lock down Kids.
Straight into the pit. There we go.
Nouns, this is so much more clean compared to game 1.
That arrow was just perfect, on point. They get the SF, plus the Mystic Flare may be used a little bit too early. You force the 4-staff literally saves the target, so your Mystic Flare is not as relevant. And now you're playing versus a TA with an Aegis, so the game became pretty rough for Felt.
Yeah, you're kind of lacking some answers now. Stun is there, Fade, he's going to try to move. Mystic Flare, that'll get it done. Felt, they find themselves a nice consolation prize. Nouns just not ready for that one, apparently, as Mu will go down, and now Albino Zebra, though, will also drop. Classic Zoo meta.
Just died to creeps. Best feeling ever.
It really was. Top lane. Yamson with the Moonlight Shadow. Going to be okay to back out of there from Kids. He does have the Aegis anyway, so he might set up for his team, but no. Kids will remnant away. Won't want to risk it.
SF?
Yeah, but they know he's there. Just continuing that farming game, but Yamson has overtaken in terms of net worth. You're kind of playing for much later in the game now against this TA. Yamson, especially once he has the BKB up, he's well and truly online.
Yeah, and I'm thinking super late game. If this game does go that way, if they have ways of dealing with refraction charges, doesn't feel that way. As long as the BKB is on TA, the charges should remain as well.
It might be time to get a hitcher right, I think. Aghanim Scepter time for Fade.
Heck.
That's the only thing that can save this game.
Aghanim Centaur, let's go.
Oh, the mid wave just being cleared out by Hidden Immune, but Nouns are around the corner, ready to make the jump in on the SF whenever they can. Nice game sense from Hidden Immune to back his way out, but he is still under vision. His Kids does spot them out. Boris Punch not there yet from Gunnar. Eventually will land it. Arrow actually connected. Do they take him out? Oh, they do.
Nicely done by Husky. He's been hitting some really nice arrows this game.
Well, how did he get that one? Wasn't there a creep wave around him?
Doesn't matter how he got it. He got it.
Albino Zebra, he's going to be okay. Now Husky, he's been... Apparently, either side that just takes Mirana, they just win.
The hero is still very, very strong. So, unsurprisingly, the Moonlight Shadow, the arrows, the fact that the laning stage is really not your weakest point, right?
Gunnar, cheeky jump in, Solji. Get hit by the snowball. Mystic Flare is dropped. That's actually a lot of damage. He just needs some help. If there was a +1, Gunnar would have been regretting his initiation real bad. But sadly, no help here for Solji.
Yeah, that's something that Felt hasn't really connected well with, right? Like the Skyrat. First, he didn't get his ulti fast enough, and then later on, once he did, they weren't really connecting all that well. With the level 6, with the Mystic Flare. And now there's BKBs, there's 4-staffs.
15-2, like this is a miserable game right now for Felt. Yeah, AK behind. Not the worst, but not the best either. At least for Feld, I mean. Obviously, Nouns are in a great position.
Yeah, if you're Felt, I like the build on SF, by the way. He's going for a Manta. So that's something that you can do about TA. Like you get that Manta to help with the refraction charges, more damage instances. It's always nice. But you need to get it real fast, because this TA is already pushing your high ground.
Yeah.
And there's no black hole or anything like that to completely change the pace of the game once the high ground gets pushed.
It's still a very, very tough position, even with the Manta up. We'll see if it ends up paying off here for Hidden Mutant. Once he does have it, smoke up again. Nouns not looking to slow down. Will rush across to the west of the map.
You can see the Ember and the SF instantly hiding in the trees, deeping away. So they kind of sensed what was going on. There's a ton of vision coming from TA, right? Like, and the Beastmaster. For Radiant, it is much easier to make these calls and see them. But so far, Felt has been doing a really good job as well.
That they are. Hidden Mutant showing by the mid-tier 3 tower. Arrow's not going to connect this time around. Oh, 5-man smoke up. The Aegis will expire.
A 5-man, high ground smoke up. Straight into the Aegis, like you said.
Who can they find for... Oh, Gunner, he's a big target, but a nice blink away. Breaks the smoke. That'll ruin any plan that Felt had to try and force a fight. And now the turnaround. Nouns, they might find an SF for their trouble. Rush in. They won't see Hidden Mutant yet. Instead, they found Albino Zebra, but he gets the Tombstone down. Snowball is there to save from Gunner. Back in onto Fate they go. They're very out of position right now. Maybe Felt can finally punish the side of Nouns, but no, never mind. Yamson, he'll just turn right back around. No Requiem to come out. Felt, they are melting, but hold on a minute. Fade lands a double stun. It's just not going to make the difference.
Yeah, don't need to hold on a minute.
Gunner's alive. Blinks right back out.
That's a wipe right there. Only the Centaur surviving with the Greaves, with the Crimson, but they just go high ground. Why not?
It's a tough game. If you are Felt, Nouns playing a very clean one, 19-3, 12k advantage. They've got the Crimson Guard to slow things down just a little bit here on Fade.
Yeah.
But I do mean just a little bit.
I feel like you're just slowing down the inevitable.
Fade. Nice little hoof stop there, but is going to pay with his life. Albino Zebra, nothing he can do to help.
Oh, they're going to play the more... They're going to play it in a more disciplined approach, disciplined way. Go back, wait everyone up, heal up, refresh your resources, then go again. Because why not? 14k ahead, 20-3. You really don't have to force it too much. But you could see, like, the SF is strong, but just not strong enough at this point, right? Like, if they're on top of him, like the Tusk and the TA, all the TA needs is someone to control him. And that's exactly what Tusk gives you, even through the BKB. So you can dish out all that physical damage.
That you certainly can, Lizard. That you certainly can. And they haven't completely backed off here, Nouns. It looks like they are still going to stick around, see if they can snipe some... Oh, Hidden Mutant. He's okay. He'll back off to the high ground. Bot lane, they'll stare at kits as well. Not the easiest target if you don't have Moo around with the Roar.
Yeah, for him, you need a Roar or some random arrow to connect.
Mid lane, Gunner.
Yeah.
He's alright.
For the Skyrat, you don't really need a lot. You just need to look at him in a bad way and he's gonna fall.
A gust of wind will do it.
A gust of wind, exactly.
And Felt, I mean, they are really struggling for an answer. Gunner's just going to jump in, put Albino Zebra out of his misery.
Yeah. Methodical approach to this high ground push. Just get one pick off after another. Reset all your HP and mana, all your spells, then go back in. SF is down bottom, like he's not even interested in defending this. Understandable, right? Like it's kind of hard at this point.
I mean, it's impossible.
Pretty much.
From what I'm seeing.
Yep.
One rack's down.
You probably don't want to push any further than that at this point. You just continue choking out the map, closing it down for Dire. Felt is not really feeling super comfortable at the moment. The only hero on the Radiant side on the map was the Ember, right? And that's only because he can go in and out very, very, very quickly.
Like Shadow, I mean, they could sneak up through the top lane if they really wanted it, but they're just going to camp mid.
Is someone poking out? Well, all of them are.
Who do they... Oh, hidden mute. Did they see him? These kind of maneuvers are very challenging into a Beastmaster because you've always got the added Hawk vision.
Into a Beastmaster, into...
The TA.
Into the TA, into like the Moonlight Shadow. They're difficult versus everything, really. The vision game on Radiant is super hard.
Oh, jump in. Nice snowball save, Gunner. He's going to save Lelis for now, but they are going right into the depths of Felt. This is very, very dangerous. Lelis somehow still alive. He's going to go down. It's not a bad start here for Felt.
Yeah, and they're also on this kind of awkward high ground position with the Tombstone, so they're unapproachable. But they're moving back. Okay, let's see.
They get some wards down. They need to fight underneath their own vision. Roshan.
Yeah, they're just setting up the vision around Rosh.
He's up in 30.
Here comes the smoke.
Roar is out. Oh, they found Hidden Mute.
Oh, damn. What's he doing there?
I think he was trying to push the wave out, not realizing Nouns was there. Fade. They're still going to try and move in onto Gunner, but they haven't got the lockdown for him right now. Gunner's just casually walking away.
Your base, though.
Your base is dying.
Like, you can continue chasing Gunner, I suppose, but you could also defend the high ground at some point.
They've got to try, but the question is, how do you get back onto the high ground? They're literally just being blocked from their own house.
Well, it looks like Rosh is respawned, right?
Should be.
Yeah. So, if you're a TA and you have a Beastmaster by your side, probably this is the better option. Just go into the pit.
I mean, kids could try to make some magic happen here, but it's just so challenging without any vision to speak of. He's got to just completely guess, and Lelis is waiting. Sleight of Fist is there, but the lift just to make sure that he has no chance. In fact, Yamsun gonna move in. Arrow barely avoided, but Kits is in huge trouble.
Oh, they get him.
I mean, I guess he had to try.
Yeah, and it was not even a bad attempt, right? Like, he was really close.
Did I just hear a stampede?
You did. You definitely did. I heard it as well.
Yeah, Fade, I think you're a couple seconds late there, mate. Anyway, no stampede for this next fight as well.
Couple of seconds, at least.
Fade just trying to get his exercise in this morning. Nouns. They're going to make that second attempt. Mid-racks this time around. Felt fighting without their Ember for 25 seconds. The Crimson Guard will slow down things, but the question is how long can they slow things down? Manta is there to avoid the roar from Mu, but now Yamsun happy to get to work onto the SF. This is tier 3 tower.
8 seconds for Ember.
It's going to go down. The Ember's up very, very soon, but the Rax is falling a lot quicker as now a very nice lift up from Lelis. Not going to allow the hoof stop. That'll be your...
Okay, buyback.
Mid-Rax is down. Buyback is there from Fade, but who are you punishing?
I don't think you're punishing anyone. He just bought back. Maybe they'll smoke out of the base into the Sages. I'm not sure what the plan is. Maybe he was worried they'll go for bottom lane. Bottom set of Raxes instantly.
Not anymore, they won't.
Yeah, I mean, when you see the buyback like that, committed, no reason to go ham. You can wait up a little bit, refresh your mana HP, then go. Maybe get a pick off first. If you kill the Centaur, that's pretty much game, right? I mean, it feels like it's game no matter what. 24k ahead, 30 minutes in, that lead is kind of rough to beat.
Yeah. Gunner's got the full ags up now as well, so you've got the kickback and...
Okay, someone is getting kicked out of their base.
Someone's getting kicked out of this game. You have son? Oh, that's a quick silence onto the Centaur Fade. He might be going right back to the graveyard, and he will be. He's down. Requiem was used up, but it hits nothing. BKBs were popped. Kick is there. Roar is out. That's got to be it. Hidden Mune is down.
Has buyback, but...
The question is, what can he do with it? Yeah, he just calls GG.
Yeah, it's
just no point using it.
Yeah, they still have game 3 to play, right? So they won the first one, the second one. The draft, I mean, it looked all right. And honestly, I'm just interested in what could have or would have happened if this